So we're back at it today. Done a day on here the other day. It's getting quite clear now, to be fair. When I say that, a patch is getting quite clear. But I'll show you what we've done up to now. It's a bit of a difference. So we're starting at the top and then working our way down. We'll work our way to that. A lot of stuff in here is just like rubbish and then the brambles covered over it. So when you actually pull the rubbish out and then you get the bush cutter on this, it clears the gap, as you can see. What we've done is start taking the pan tiles off the shed that's fallen. So we've got a few more pan tiles to remove from there. And I've started making a pile because you can reuse them pan tiles. Apart from the broken ones, a pile of broken ones, starting to make a scrap metal pile. A plastic pile. We did have a big fire here, but you can start to see the lofts a little bit better. They are coming down them. They're sunken and everything, so yeah, they will be coming down, but what difference? A little fire going. I'm going to burn all that, I think, today. And that pile of all the brash there as well. And then start working on this, running the chainsaw through it. Or the circular saw, brought both. We can start getting this down and then moving into that section. And then this loft can come down, bring the ladders down, take the pan tiles off that, take that down. We've not even got into that loft or seen that loft yet, so. So we can load that up now onto the fire and start getting rid of some of that as well. And that's what it's all about. It's a little bit at a time to clear. And I'm waiting for the lads to come down now. I don't know what time they're going to come down. I've been here since 7:45. But I'm an early bird. Not everyone's an early bird, especially if the football was on the day before. That's all the pan tiles taken off there now. I've just cut these roof beams up. I tell you what, it's built to last, this shed, although it has fallen down. I think it was up many years. But we can get that on the fire now. And the big logs are burning well. Still got to clear that pile yet, but I was thinking, my way of thinking is get some of the wood on. Because obviously that's fresh greenery and stuff. And once I get that pile down, that shed, I can start moving towards that way then. I don't want to start at the front and work my way back because it's a little bit of privacy to what we're doing up here, you know, it's a bit out of the way. And I don't want obviously to invite all the kids in and getting hurt and stuff, so yeah, work away from the back to the front. I think that's the plan. Well, I'm not too sure if this shed that we're taking down has fell down with pigeons in it, but the evidence when I'm moving it suggests it's quite possible. So we've managed to get to this stage. This is the one with the pan tiles, so the fire's cooking. But I've There's 3 keel bones of pigeons there now. And this is where the nest boxes would be. And the more I'm uncovering, the more I'm finding skeletons, a rib cage. So I presume just because the rot on here, I mean the woodworm's bad if you have a look at that. Just because the rot, then it finally just gave way. So without, like, obviously speaking to one of the members on here to see if it fell down while it had pigeons in or not, I don't know. But from the last video, a lot of people are telling me that there was pigeons in this loft behind me not only 6 months ago. Another guy was an elderly guy, and he was a good guy, looked after his pigeons, but I think obviously as age has got on, you're not able to do the repairs and stuff to the sheds, but there is a section in there that's clean and dry, and maybe that's where the pigeons were kept. But it is a shame if this one has fell down with pigeons in it. Like, this would have been a great setup back in the day. So we're nearly able to access this loft. The loft there, just behind there, so obviously this would have been up in the same sort of position, I'd imagine. Unless it was back here, I think it's just fell in on itself. But the idea is get all this burnt, get that tree down, it's elderberry I think, get the elderberry down, and then start working away, pushing back that way, get the conifer down, and as we move around like we have done already, like there's a fire there now, but it was here in front of the shed, so we've cleared all this space. So we'll move the fire around just to make things easier, make it more convenient. And that way then we're not lugging stuff from the bottom of the plot up to the top of the plot. We can just move the fire around. So each day that we come, clear a space, the fire will go wherever the space is clear. What would you do without fires, eh? Because it's a lot. I'm not looking forward to tackling this behind me. If you can see how tall it is. It's probably about 16, 17 foot tall, maybe even 20. The jed's here and we're getting some stuff done. Got most of this burnt now, the floor is knee high and shit. I'm going to get the loppers in a minute. I'm going to come through here, get to that conifer, and then hopefully we can work our way towards that loft and see a plan of action for dropping that. But yeah, in the couple of days that we've actually done a bit, it's looking completely different. Mad ideas will be the death of me, taking on so much all the time, but I like to keep my mind busy. It's good for your mental health, isn't it? To have a project to work towards and a goal to work towards. What's not good for your health is walking backwards and forwards, probably is actually, walking backwards and forwards to this bloody van to get tools and bits and bobs that's needed. But yeah, I reckon this should be completely unrecognisable with like 5 to 7 days work, actual work on it, rather than just the hour here or 2 hours there. But the big job will be renovating the loft, well, ripping it down and starting again. I think that's the plan, as I said. These should do the trick. Just ever so slightly you can see the gap through there now. You can just see jed. I reckon I'll be through that in about 20 minutes. I'll be through all that so you can actually walk right the way through. Now we've got our way through here. We've got the tricky part of getting all the brambles down. It's easy, it's just a pain in the backside because as you're pulling it through, it rips everything. But it is easy, it's a lot easier than taking trees down, taking bramble down. But yeah, we can actually walk right through from there. Mine is a branch or two. Right away to the back of the loft. So I'm seeing that, first time I've seen this loft now, and I can see that it's about 2 foot high in droppings. So it's going to stink like this one. This stunk. But first time I can see into that loft, and it looks really dry, that one, to be fair. It looks like the only one that's not dry and falling apart. So maybe Jed will have his young birds in there. Who knows? I said maybe you'll have your young birds in that one because it's dry. Yeah. Progress. It was evident that there was pigeons unalived in this one because there was a lot of skeletons. But as we've seen the other day, there's a dead goose here, dead seagull. So I don't know if the rats have been taking pigeons from the big loft and dragging them into wherever they were nesting here. We have got a few rat holes about, there's one. But yeah, I don't know what's underneath here. These just look like posts, fence posts. And if they are fence posts, which they are, that'll do us because we need a fence. We need to fix a fence for the front. There's a load of 5x3 fence posts here, solid as well. So we'll be able to use them. We'll be able to definitely use them because they've been covered up by tiles. So yeah, I don't know how long they are. Probably about 10 foot by the look of where they go under there. Can use them to get a fence up there, definitely. But I don't know what's underneath here. I think this, we worked out the other day that this is potentially another clap shed that's underneath all this. So trying to get through to it is just going to be a nightmare. There's nest boxes in there. No doubt I'm probably repeating myself every time I press the record button, but I forget what I'm saying, so must have early dementia or something. Or I'm just that busy. I don't know where I started the video and where I'm ending the video. But yeah, I'll crack on with this and we'll see how far we get before it's home time, because it's not far off home time. Got pigeons to sort, got the young birds to feed. Probably going to have another hour here and see how we get on, but been a productive day, got loads done. I'll show you from the other angle now. For everyone that was doubting that we can make any sort of progress on here in such a short time, well, there you have it. There's someone's pigeons flying around there next door. I think they're Darren's and Adam's. Flying well. This fire's burned some rubbish today. It must have had about 5 or 6 tonne of just wood on it, and probably about the same in just trees and logs. But yeah, dying to get into this shed and get that down. Would you look at that? You can actually pretty much walk through. I think we're done for the day though. Jed's just getting them last few little privets, bramble. It's been a hard day. Been here since 8:15 this morning, about 8:15. The load didn't start till about 9 because I was talking to the other pigeon lads. But yeah, good solid day, productive day. One shed's burnt, just the floor left to do. You can actually get at the sheds now where Jed is, so I'm just going to walk over, show you what we've been clearing. So you can actually get at these sheds, as I say. When you look in this one, That is some years of pigeon guano. Considering the floor is down here, and that comes up to sort of there.
Needs a good scraper on it.
This one seems dry, although it has got an asbestos roof. So you have to be careful taking that one down. Pull! We can actually walk down here now. The amount of cuts I've got on my body is unreal. So yeah, there's the dead goose wing there. There's an air filter there, that's alright that. Back's gone on that one. But yeah, there's still another 1, 2, 3 sheds there. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. However, we think there's another flattened one underneath here, and that's why it's grown so high, this. So, potentially 11 sheds. Must say, me and Jed have absolutely smashed this. Mark's been a bit lazy because, as I say, Everett was playing. So, that's Mark for you. But it's starting to clear up and look like we're making some sort of progress. Once we start getting to this corner now where Jed's cutting and get these brambles gone and on the fire, we're pretty much, I think, the plan is to light a fire here next time we're over these conifer roots, so that'll burn the roots down, but we can light the fire here and drop one of the other sheds, whatever the easiest shed is to drop and get burnt. But Jed's been tackling this behind me. We're going to try and tackle some of the ivy first. I think he's trying to squash me. What a horrible job that is. You feel like you're getting somewhere, the whole lot moves, and then it's just a one piece that comes out, isn't it? Still got all that elderberry to cut down yet?
Hey?
All that elderberry to cut down?
Mark will probably help us with that.
Got a lot of rubbish there as well to burn. Be able to use them doors though next time we're over to start the fire in the middle over them roots. Just I need to bring the pole saw up and then trim some of this behind me, and then it's not going to catch fire. We have a fire. This is the tall one, as you can see, so we need to drop that down a bit. It's dead dry underneath here, as you can see by the size of the roots. So that is a shed underneath there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it is 11 sheds that are here. You can see by the size of the roots. We're going to have a problem with that stuff though, because as you see, it's grown through all the wire. So we've got to be careful with the chainsaw when we cut that. It might be a point of, if we clear everything round it, just setting fire to it where it stands. That might be an idea. I thought we'd be finding little lost treasures and stuff though. Like dead old pigeon rings and that. I think, what's the ring you found before? 24 or 23? Welsh one. Apart from the Amtrak box, I think that's the oldest thing we've found. We might do that trailer up though. We're just letting the fire burn down a little bit so that we can go home and sort our pigeons out. Don't think there's much to it. I'm going to get the rake in a minute and rake all that bramble on just so it can't spread behind. There's nowhere here it can actually spread to because it's clear, but behind you just need to push that forward and then let that die down. I'm amazed at myself by how different it is. And we done a day the other day, well, a couple of hours the other day, and I done an hour with Sarah yesterday, an hour and a half it was, and then obviously I've been on it all day today, and Jed's come this afternoon. What a difference. Let me know in the comments what you think. Honest opinions, like honest comments.
You need a couple of hours each day, don't you?
Yeah, it won't take long.
3 hours.
I think them doors down the bottom may be able to use with them posts to make a fence, to fence it off. Make it secure now so the kids can't get in there themselves and that's what's the main priority. Yeah, well there's solid doors there.
Make a frame. Yeah.
Solid doors, we can screw them up against that board that's there and then screw a board across for the outside and then we just unscrew it, bring the drill over and we come over. Not even tackling this yet. This can wait. We'll concentrate on getting it clear. And then at least we've got a path. No, I'd rather leave it so it doesn't collapse. Rather leave it so it doesn't collapse. Get all this down first and everything piled up. So now, I don't want to cut these branches because I wanted it a bit of a deterrent for the kids not to get through, but when we're next over we can cut these branches and then we can walk through then. But yeah, if you want to follow the progress, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on them videos, drop a comment, and we'll see you next time.